Okay, got 6.9 installed and time to work some FT8. So let's do that in today's video newsletter. I'm Mike, Whiskey Alpha 9, Papa India Echo with Ham Radio Deluxe. If you find this video useful, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and click the notification bell. Okay, you can see here I've got version 6.9 installed, and I'm running a beta version of a maintenance release we're working on, but nothing about WSJT-X has changed. It's just that we find things in different places. I have something installed on my computer that forces WSJT-X to stay on top, so I don't want it to go out of the way as we're doing the demo here today. But the first thing you have to do is you have to take two steps to make sure that the data or the QSO that gets sent out of WSJT-X actually lands in the right database. So I'm going to click on Open, and then I'm going to look at the Databases Manager, and I can see that UDP5 is going to be sending it into this particular log, and that's what I want. If you don't have one enabled, like if you have one unchecked like this, you're not going to get your QSOs into your log, and you want that. So you may have multiple logs. I don't, but you may have multiple logs. You just have to have one of them selected. You can't select more than one, but you have one of them selected and you're good to go. All right. Second thing you need to look at is the QSO forwarding options here, and I'll drag this over here so we can look at this. The section we're looking at here has to do with UDP9, and I may have said a while ago, by the way, that you have to have UDP5 and UDP9 both set to a particular log. So suffice it to say, you go over here into Settings, and you're looking for the UDP server here. It needs to be this one here, 2333, which is what this one is, 2333. And as long as you have this checked and enabled over here in WSJT-X, and you have this checked and enabled in QSO Forwarding, you're good to go. So with that said, let's work some FT8. So I'm going to start by, I want to look only at the people who are calling CQ. And I'm going to wait for the next time to fly by, and then we'll click on somebody here. I'm going to start with this one, and see the check mark here where the B4 is. B4 meaning I have worked PI4DX B4 on 40 meters digital, and that's why we see that here. It's showing confirmed. That's why it's a green check mark. I can also see down here from a country point of view what I've actually worked, the country, which is Netherlands, and you can see that he's answered. I haven't really interacted here. Now I'm going to check to CQ or me here, and we can see that one there. Actually, I'll just select it for me, and then we can see that here's the stream that's coming from that particular station. Pretty soon we should get a QSO bubble pop up, and we did. I'm going to click on OK, and when I do, it's going to show up at the top of the log, just like that, and we're good to go for the next one. So I'm going to go back to CQ or me, and I'm going to call the next station, like for example, well, I'll let the time fly by here, and then we'll go to another one. Like, here's one calling me, so I'll answer him back. I'm going to go back to calling me just so I can see what the status is. I see I got a couple people calling me, so let's see if I can get one of them in the log here. And again, this particular station, I've worked him before, confirmed him on 20 meters digital. This is 40 meters digital, which is why I see the red X in the in the before column. If he doesn't call, I'll call the other one. Okay, so I got that one. I'll click and then we'll see it show up in the log right away. And we're off to the next one. As soon as this stops transmitting, I'm going to double click this one and get this one started. Okay, so that's going to start on the next time slot since he'd called me before. Meanwhile, I should probably get a Roger 73 from which I did. And I'm actually calling the next station that came through. So you can see how this is working, and it's it's basically straight ahead. You just got the stations coming in and the decodes. I mean, if I wanted to see all the decodes, I can see it like this. If I wanted to see just the ones calling me, I can see it like this. If I wanted to see the ones calling CQ or me, I can see them like this. And there's another one in the log. Same thing works, by the way, with WSJT-X when you're doing FT4. Works exactly the same way. And I think after this, I'm going to go to calling CQ. And we'll just keep working a little bit. Well, there's one. And you can still start up QSOs within WSJT-X. It's just that, I'm not doing it that way. In fact, at this point, I'm going to drag this out of the way. And we'll just work it from here, because I don't even necessarily need to see what's going on within WSJT-X. All I really need to do is look at what's going on down here. And that one's in the log. And then the next one, I'll call this British station here that called me. And while I'm doing that, or while I'm getting ready to do that, I'll just point out that when you're looking at the columns here, you've got country, so that shows you whether or not you need this country for an ATNO or a new band or a new mode. The yellow ones mean that you've not confirmed them yet, but you've worked them. If it's a red X, which I don't have very many of them, it would be I haven't worked whatever it is. And if it's a green check mark, it means it's confirmed. So I'm looking at countries, grids, U.S. counties, states, continents, and CQ and ITU zones. So I've got all those things sitting there. And there's another one in the log. And again, you can see I'm just working from within Ham Radio Deluxe. This is HRD alert. It tells me what I need to work. And I go and work it. I'm going to start that one up. And I could have started by going over to look at the DX histogram and seeing where all the activity is. That's why I'm on 40, because that's where everybody is. And pretty straightforward. It's a lot of fun. Makes things pretty easy, frankly. And this station doesn't have an image on its QRZ, on their QRZ page, which is why we don't see it there. I may end up calling somebody else here in a moment, but this is it. I mean, this is the big demo. I mean, it's like I said, it's pretty straightforward, but that's pretty much all there is to it. It's just that simple, just a few things that you need to do. Now, I don't have any experience using Grid Tracker. I don't have a need to do Grid Tracker, so everything I'm doing is strictly WSJT-X and Ham Radio Deluxe. I know a lot of people are using Grid Tracker, and I think within HRD Alert, you need to set up multicasting to receive the decodes from WSJT-X or Grid Tracker or whatever. Yeah, I mean, you'll find that once you get the set to multicasting, it works just fine. So by the way, you can see over here, there are some counties that I haven't worked. Caldwell County, North Carolina. I'm going to go ahead and, let me get back to him, and I'll go ahead and call him. Come back down here, Call him. And in the next time slot, I'll be calling N4PGW in Lenoir, North Carolina. I'm probably making a mess of that, but that's Buck McDaniel. And I just finished transmitting there, and let's see what happens when he gets that. See if I get called. Doesn't look like I'm going to get him. Another thing that's pretty handy is this find feature. So you can click on find, and if I put in N4PGW, it would show me that one out of the list. If there's somebody that's been on there quite a bit, like PV2RB, so I can see all the people who are calling him or he's responding to them. That's a pretty cool feature. And good, he's answered me back, so I'm going to pick up Caldwell, North Carolina. And when I complete the QSO with Buck here, all three of these are going to go to yellow yield signs, which tells me that I've now worked Caldwell County on this band and mode, and for the ATNO as well. All right, so I'm going to click on OK, and when I do, watch what happens to these work status indicators down here. There we go. So that's how that works, and if I were to confirm that, then all these would go to green check marks. That's how it works. So that's how you can keep track of your counties, grids, prefixes, countries, states, continents, zones, whatever it is you happen to be collecting. For the most part, there's something in there. Now there's a gentleman from Italy calling, so I double-clicked on that one, and it'll start transmitting right away. And now Andy's in the log. So we'll see these turn to yellow yield signs. We've got Andy in the log, and that's how it goes. So that's the demo for today, 73 from Whiskey Alpha 9 Papa India Echo.